So today we are going to learn about symbiotic relationship. So as a first example, we are going to learn about lichens. Lichens are symbiotic associations between a fungus, the fungal partner we call it as mycobiome, and the algal partner, that is especially the cyanobacterial members we call it as phycobiome. So the lichen members can grow on dry bare rock. Because of that capacity, it can able to break down the bare rock, allowing other simple plants to grow. So this is a picture of lichen, that is a symbiotic association between the fungal partner mycobiome and an algal partner phycobiome. So let me see the types of lichens. This is the first type, crustose lichen. Second one is foliose lichen. Third one is fruticose. Fourth, the last one is squamulose lichen. And let me see the structure, how the association look like. So here it has three layer. The upper layer is upper cortex and lower layer is the lower cortex, which is made up of profusely branched fungal hyphae in between a region called medulla, where the algal partner is being trapped by the fungal hyphae. This is how, if you take the section, the lichen symbiotic partnership look like. And this is a section of second type of lichen, that is fruticose lichen. Here you could able to see the upper cortex and lower cortex, which is made up of profusely branched fungal hyphal partner, and in between the medulla region where the fungal hyphae is loosely packed along with the algal partner, that is a photobiont. And this is how the section of crustose, foliose and fruticose lichen look like. If you take the section of crustose lichen, it has upper cortex and lower cortex is absent. That's why the name is given crustose. It is not having the lower surface. So in between it is having the medullary region where it is having the algae. Then second one, that is a foliose lichen. So foliose lichen, it is highly lobed structure. It is having upper cortex and lower cortex, which is made up of profusely branched fungal partner. In between it is having the medullary region where the algal members are trapped inside the hyphae, and it has rhizines also. And third type, that is the fruticose lichen. There is no upper and lower cortex here. It is having only the cortex. There is no differentiation of upper and lower cortex here. So simply the cortex region is present in the fruticose lichen, and it has medullary region where it is profusely branched by the fungal partner where the algal members are trapped inside. And coming to the partnership of algae and fungi. So I told you algae partner, we call it as photobiont. So majority of the algae having the partnership as in lichen with fungal member, especially the green algae, that is a chlorophysin members, especially the Treboxia. This is how the unicellular Treboxia look like, a green algal member. It is a common genus found in 75% of lichen association, especially in the temperate zone. In addition to the chlorophysian members Treboxia, cyanobacteria also reported, especially the nostoc, that is the filamentous unbranched blue-green algae. That is also one common genus reported in the association of lichen. 25 genera of lichen. Among the 25 genera of lichen, 15 genera are reported from the blue-green algal member. 90% of lichen contain Treboxia as a green algae. It has a symbiotic association with the fungi. Only 8% is consumed by the cyanobacteria, that is especially the nostoc. Then moving on to the mycobiome, the fungal partner we call it as mycobiome here. So most lichenized fungi are Ascomycotina members fungus. So these Ascomycotina members forms a fruiting body, especially Apotheca. Some form Peritheca and Pseudotheca, but majority of the fungal partner, that is the mycobiome, is by Ascomycotina fungal members. So 12 orders among the Ascomycotina. Among the 12 orders, 4 orders, especially that Arthoniomyces, Uroshiomyces, Leuconomyces, and Lyconomyces. These 4 orders among the 12 orders coming under Ascomycotina found mostly lichenized members in the partner as mycobiome. In addition to Ascomycotina fungi, some Basidiomycotina fungi also reported, especially Agaricus, and few Deuteromycotina, which is commonly called fungi imperfecti, also reported. So 20% of composition consists of all the majority of the fungi. 40% of fungal partner, that is a mycobiome, is taking by the Ascomycotina fungi. So this is how the 20% of all fungal members and 40% majority of Ascomycotina fungal members are lichenized as a mycobiome partner. Then coming to the thallus morphology, I told you about four types of lichen: crustose lichen, foliose lichen, fruticose lichen, and squamulose lichen. Let me see the thallus morphology. The first one is crustose lichen. If you see the crustose lichen, these are some pictures I have given you for an example. It is a flattened structure. That's why there is no lower cortex. I told you in the previous slide, it is a flattened structure, scale like, no lower surface, tightly bounded to the substratum. Like a scale, it is tightly bounded to the substratum. The second type is foliose lichen. It is also flattened. It has branching lobe attached to the lower surface. It has both upper and lower cortex. If you take a section, it has both upper and lower cortex. It has a basal substratum. The upper cortex, it forms a highly branched lobe-like structure. If you take a section, it is anatomically similar to an angiospermic leaf-like structure. This is how the foliose thallus morphology look like. Then third one is fruticose lichen. It is highly branched, strap-shaped or thread-like thallus. Either it can be in the upright position or hanging, usually pendulous, highly feathery in nature. So that's why the name is given fruticose. As I told you, if you take a section, there is no upper and lower cortex. It is only named as cortex. There is no differentiation. In the medullary region, it is trapped with the algal members. Then fourth one, the last one, that is squamulose lichen. It is the morphology is intermediate between foliose and fruticose. So if you take the structure of some members of squamulose, see the structure here, it is like a crustose lichen. There is no lower surface. If you take other members of squamulose lichen, it is the lobed structure. But if you compare the lobe with the foliose lichen, here it is very small. So squamulose lichen, that is the intermediate thallus structure between foliose and crustose lichen. Then coming to the reproduction in lichen, lichen can able to reproduce us by three modes. First one is vegetative, second one is asexual, third one is sexual reproduction. So vegetative reproduction happens by three modes. First by fragmentation, second and third by production of some special kind of structures, we call it as isidia and solidia. Then second one is asexual mode of reproduction. So here also it can able to produce some special kind of spores, especially by the fungal partner, idiospores, conidiospores and pycnospores. Sexual reproduction also take part only by the fungal partner, that is the mycobiome. Here it can able to produce as a sex organs. Male sex organ we call it as spermagonia, female sex organ we call it as corpogonia, and fruiting body especially it can able to produce either apothecium or perithecium. Let me see in detail. So asexual reproduction, I told you, first by fragmentation. This is how from the lichen thallus, if it accidentally breaks, each fragment, when it falls on the suitable substratum, it can able to grow into a new lichen thallus by the process of fragmentation. This is one mode of vegetative reproduction. So second one by the formation of soridia. Soridia is nothing but an algal cell being entrapped by some fungal hyphae. It produces a spore kind of structure. We call it a soridia. This is how it looked like. So the green portion is by the photobiont, the packing of algal cell along with the fungal hyphae produces a spore kind of structure. We call it a soridia. The soridia are disseminated by air. Wherever it falls on the suitable substratum, it produces a new lichen thallus. This is the second kind of vegetative mode of reproduction by soridia. And third one I told you, isidia. Isidia are nothing but the column shaped cell produces by lichen. These are the column shaped cell. These also sometimes can detach from the lichen thallus. Wherever it falls, it goes into a new lichen thallus. Then coming to the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, I told you, it produces by spores. If the fungal partner is Ascomycotina fungus, after reproduction, it produces ascospores. If it is by Basidiomycotina fungus, it produces basidiospores. So here the fungal partner take part in the sexual reproduction. It produces two sex organ. One is male sex organ, another one is female sex organ. Male sex organ, we call it as spermagonium, which produces a germ cell, spermatia. Female sex organ, we call it as corpogonium, that is having the functional nuclei. Let me clear with this slide. So here The spermaconia, that is the male sex organ which produces spermatia, it is present in the upper cortex. And the carpoconium, it consists of two parts here. The basal part is highly coiled ascogonium, and the top portion, that is the erect straight trichogyne. What happens during fertilization? The spermaconium, that is also flask shape, which is present in the upper cortex. When the sperms mature, during the maturation time, what happened? The flask shaped structures of spermaconium, it has opening at the tip of the flask. That opening we call it as osteo. So once the sperm cell matures, it releases the spermatia. The trichogyne, at the time, it produces some mucilaginous substances to attract the sperm cell. Once the sperm cells are attracted towards the trichogyne, it enters into the female gamete. The sperm cell enters into the female gamete and it fuses with the functional nuclei and it forms a zygote. So after zygote, it undergoes reduction division and produces the ascospores if it is by Ascomycotina fungi, or basidiospore if it produces by Basidiomycotina fungi. So hope you understood this content. Thank you all.